Hey there! In this video, I'll share with you an effective way to determine the amount of product formed when given the concentration and the volume of one of the reactants. I'm Orlando Broomfield from Chemistry Core. Let's solve this chemistry exam style question together. The first step in setting out the solution to our problem is to write the balanced chemical equation for the reaction taking place. Watch this video for a demonstration on how to write balanced chemical equations. The second step is to determine which two substances we need to focus on in the balanced chemical equation. We are told that magnesium hydroxide is in excess, which means it is not important in determining the amount of products formed. We are given the amount of hydrochloric acid used, so the hydrochloric acid will be important to us because it is our limiting reactant. It limits the maximum amount of products that can be formed and will be completely used up first in the reaction. We are asked to find the mass of magnesium chloride formed in the reaction, so that means this is our second chemical of interest and nothing is mentioned of the water formed. Ultimately, we need to relate the number of moles of hydrochloric acid to the number of moles of magnesium chloride. From the balanced chemical equation, we look at the coefficients for the ratio in terms of moles between hydrochloric acid and magnesium chloride. And the mole ratio is 2 to 1. So whatever number of moles of the hydrochloric acid that we are starting out with that is used up in the reaction, we need to divide that by 2 to get the amount of moles of magnesium chloride formed. To get the amount, we need to unpack the molarity and the volume of the solution of hydrochloric acid. Let's start with the molarity. We are told that the molarity is 0.12 moles per liter, or if you use dm cube in your region, it will be 0.12 moles per dm cube. Liter is equivalent to 1000 milliliters and 1 dm cube is equivalent to 1000 centimeters cube. We are told too in the question that we are using 15 milliliters or 15 cubic centimeters of hydrochloric acid. So what does that mean? We can write two very simple statements. If there are 0.12 moles of hydrochloric acid in 1000 milliliters, or if you prefer, cm cube. And this information we get from the second statement here, the molarity. Then we do not know, so let's use x to represent that value, number of moles of hydrochloric acid in the volume used, which is 15 ml or cm cube. Solving for x using the cross multiplication method, we have x times 1000 must be equivalent to 15 times 0.12. X is equivalent to 15 times 0.12 divided by 8,000, and that value is 0.018 moles of hydrochloric acid used. Now, based on the balanced chemical equation, the mole ratio of HCl to MgCl2 is 2 to 1, 2 to 1. Then the number of moles of magnesium chloride is equivalent to half the number of moles of hydrochloric acid. Which is 0.018 divided by 2, and the answer 0.009 moles of magnesium chloride. Converting this number of moles to mass, we simply use the magic triangle, which is moles is equivalent to mass, or the given mass that is in question, divided by the molar mass to give a triangle looking like this. Which is very useful in chemistry. So moles is equivalent to mass divided by molar mass, or mass is equivalent to moles times molar mass. Then, since we want the mass, we will multiply the moles times the molar mass. What is the molar mass of magnesium chloride? Let's find that out. So first, let's write our equation that we need. So mass is equivalent to moles times molar mass. We have the number of moles already, so let us determine the molar mass. We find the molar mass by adding all the masses of the atoms in the compound together. So the mass of magnesium is 24. We get this from the periodic table. We need to add that to the mass of 2 times chlorine, so that is 35.5 times 2, and that is equivalent to 95 grams per mole. So coming back over here, the number of moles is 0.009 moles times 95 grams per mole. Here we see that the unit of mole is cancelled, and what we are left with is grams, and the answer is 0.009 times 95 is 0.855 grams of magnesium chloride.
Thank you for watching another video on solving problems in chemistry with Chemistry Core.
If you were tuned in, you are now able to relate the amount of moles in a solution from its molarity and volume to the amount of product formed based on the mole ratio given in the balanced chemical equation. Good luck on your exams, and I'll see you next time.